Yesterday my new microphone arrived, and naturally I was really excited. I tested if it worked, adjusted some settings, and jumped right into the game. What I didn't realize was that I had forgotten to turn on the display. Luckily, I've only played 2 levels and watched the latest coffee break here, which I hope is rewatchable. As you might have already seen, the last 2 levels have one green dot on them. And it's not a new thing, but something I realized just yesterday is this level also had a single green dot on it. If you look at this level, you can see that there are only inbox, outbox and jump. Like what? Are you serious? Are you seriously saying that this can be optimized further? The answer is no. What they are saying is that for this example, they also count jump as a costly operation. Since it has a number, we know that it counts as a line. But what I didn't know was that it also slows down the operation. Which means for each box we use inbox, outbox and jump. So if we were to put another inbox and outbox, we would do 2 operations per jump. So it would be a jump for every 2 boxes. But the assignment says that we need to do this in total of 3 commands. By the way, what we just did is called loop unrolling. If you are someone new to programming, you shouldn't ever use this technique. If you are an intermediate programmer, you probably shouldn't ever use this as well, given that your compiler will probably do better than that. Or any little optimizations like this really. I think I've seen this in university and I've never used this in my professional life. So, would this solve our issue? Kinda. We have completed the speed challenge, but now we are using 5 commands instead of 3. And if you look at this sneaky gray text, it reads, these challenges can be very difficult, and in many cases not possible to optimize both simultaneously with one solution. For some levels, these two can be optimized together, but for some others, they should be done separately. And as you saw, mine has 2 green dots now, and until doing this, I didn't know that I could do both separately and still get to keep the first one. But this isn't the main issue. My issue is that as long as I don't look it up on internet, I have no idea which levels of optimization can be done simultaneously and which of them I should do separately. Now that I know, I can try to do the speed challenges separately, but are there any incentive for me to try to improve my previous solutions rather than just deleting them and going for the speed? We just saw that there might not be a fully optimized version. We don't even know which levels are like that. And as far as I know, there isn't an easy legit way to check it. If I play these again, it's entirely possible that I'm wasting my time for absolutely nothing. And I might try to make them all green, but I won't try to do them simultaneously ever again. There are a lot of gamers out there who like to finish everything. While I'm not a 100% completionist, I like to complete majority of them. And this is a major FU to all of us. Overall, I don't hate this game. I think there are things they do well, but this is just annoying. If this wasn't a thing, people could come back and try to play these again. It would provide some replayability, but as it is, I'll just try to complete the game, I think. Anyway, let's look at the last 2 levels. On this floor, game asks me to send all boxes to the outbox, but change the sign of the negative ones. So I just need to send positive numbers here. In the previous episode, we figured out that we could put a jump in a jump with a condition, knowing that this was pretty easy to achieve. Since we don't have multiplication, we can't just multiply negative numbers with -1. But what we can do is, no matter what number it is, we could just subtract the number from itself 2 times and its sign will be reverted. Knowing that, we are taking a box without any condition, and if it's negative, we copy it to 0 and subtract it from itself 2 times and send it to outbox. And if it's not negative, it will get into this block and jump directly before the outbox line. I don't know what other solutions there are, but I think this looks the cleanest. I wouldn't change anything here really. Of course, we didn't complete the speed challenge here, but since I now know that I can do this separately, I might try it in the future. This level was noticeably harder. I just wanted to see it work without any optimizations at all. This was also the first level where we had to pre-place boxes on the carpet. What they ask is basically that for each two boxes, if they have the same sign, we should send a 0, but if their signs are different, we are sending 1. Since I just want a working example, I didn't use any loops at all. There is only this main loop, but other than that, I created all 4 cases one by one. And by 4 cases I mean the first one could be negative and the second one could be positive, or positive negative, or negative negative, or positive positive. And when I ran it, I was actually pretty close to completing the first challenge, which is not what I expected. So I just came back and added some extra jumps. For instance, there was a copy from 4 here, just before this jump. And this was going here. But if I put this here, it would also use copy from 4. Similarly, I had a copy from 5 just before this jump if negative. But instead of sending it to here, I just send it to here. Reducing the number of copy from lines like this, it just worked. It looks really ugly, but if it works, it works. And I really doubt that there are much better looking solutions here. And even speed challenge is not looking that bad. And then I watched the coffee break. This was the most uneventful coffee break in the game thus far. And at the very least, team is getting paid well. I'm at level 19 and I'm still not sure what these coffee breaks are. The previous two seemed like there were some story elements in it, or 3, I don't know. But at this point, even editing this out would be a valid option for me, I think. How many are there left? 1, 2, 3. And the last one is end program, congratulations. I hope I don't do the same mistake I did yesterday. It really hurt losing an hour of game footage. I've seen many YouTubers doing the same mistake, but I somehow thought that I wouldn't do this. But shit happens, I guess. But for now, I'll be off. Later.